What's going on, YouTube? It's DJ. Welcome back. So, a lot of things going on in crypto at the moment. The whole world is going crazy. We can see that right now in the crypto market. It got absolutely wrecked today. We have Injective down 10%, Sheeb down 7%, Chainlink down 7%, Render down 10%. So, things not looking good at the moment. The Fear and Greed Index is at a 48 currently. Bitcoin is sitting at 60,758. Ethereum down 5% at 2,452. Now, the price is dump as Iran launches missiles at Israel. Has October already been upended? In my opinion, I don't think so. Now, the situation could escalate, and people are saying that it will escalate, but we really can't say so unless it already happened. Now, this right here shows past situations like the COVID outbreak, the regional banking crisis in the US, or the Russian invasion of Ukraine. The 10-day return and the 60-day return on Bitcoin. You see that in the long run, Bitcoin always perseveres. Now, gold is good as well because it does keep up with inflation, but Bitcoin is the best asset because it produces the most wealth. Bitcoin ETFs see over $500 million of inflows in the past 2 days alone. And on Friday, we've seen $494 million of inflows. That right there is just staggering. People know that the month of October historically is the best month for Bitcoin, so that's why they're putting the money into it. Cryptocurrencies continue to outperform the stock market. Now, it says that Bitcoin finished the last quarter up around 140% year on year, outperforming Ethereum, which gained about 60%, and the stock market, which rose about 30%. So stocks have nothing on Bitcoin. Bitcoin retail inflows hold steady as whales pile in at start of historically bullish October. So whales know where the money is, and that's why they're putting their money into Bitcoin. And it's funny because in this article it says that retail traders are often seen as less informed and more emotion driven than institutional investors. So they already know what the deal is. The SEC has won its case against a defunct crypto firm, Revets, and its CEO for selling $18 million in unregistered securities through a 2017 ICO. Good news for crypto. The Fed announces a favorable trajectory for inflation. Says during the 66th annual meeting of the National Association for Business Economics, Jerome Powell reaffirmed his confidence in the Fed's ability to bring inflation back to its 2% target. Says we're confident that inflation is on a sustainable trajectory to reach our target, he declared. Crypto founders are abandoning the US market. Here's why geofencing is on the rise. Now it says if a crypto firm is unable to satisfy regulatory compliance obligations for a territory, the company is forced into geofencing. In that case, the most viable way to avoid violating laws of a given jurisdiction is simply to avoid that jurisdiction entirely, the report adds. So in order for them not to violate any laws, they might as well just go to a place where they're welcomed. Canary Capital makes a debut and launches US's first HBAR trust. HBAR has been making some moves. Now it says that in a private offering, they provide qualified investors secure exposure to HBAR, the native crypto that underpins the Hedera network. They emerged as the leading enterprise-grade distributed ledger technology that continues to see real growth potential, especially within the space of asset tokenization, as well as other use cases such as NFT issuance and Web3 application development and deployment. Now, I've been hearing a lot of things about HBAR, but I like to see things like this happen. Gold-backed token surpasses $500 million in total value. So it says each token of PAX-G is secured by 1 ounce of pure gold, providing the reliability of physical gold alongside the advantages of blockchain technology. Token holders can trade their tokens on the crypto exchanges or redeem them for actual gold. So as we see traditional finance and the blockchain technology start to emerge, they're going to start to kind of coincide. Not only that, but we're going to see real world assets enter the space as well, and it'll link to blockchain. So that right there is going to be a whole new asset class. MHC Digital and Circle collaborate to expand USDC access in APAC region. So Australian pension funds can expect a pitch soon for saving money on fees with a stablecoin. So stablecoin access is going to be across the world, and people will like to have access to it because it's going to be less inflationary in comparison to their local currency, and they'll also be able to save on fees. Chainlink partners with Australian bank ANZ in real world asset tokenization initiative. Now, it says that they put more than $1 trillion Australian dollars in assets under management. The partnership is part of the Singaporean Central Bank's Monetary Authority of Singapore's project. Chainlink will help enable the secure cross-chain exchange of tokenized real-world assets via its cross-chain interoperability protocol. So that's big moves right there. What else do we got? Okay, so Binance reaches its 20th global regulatory milestone with registration in Argentina. So, as an industry leader with licenses and registrations in 20 jurisdictions worldwide, like India, Dubai, El Salvador, etc., they're committed to the development of the crypto ecosystem globally, and in Argentina, in compliance with local requirements. He also noted Argentina is a key market for Binance. So you gotta understand, for people like myself who live in the United States, if the United States and places like Canada and Europe choose not to adopt this technology and evolve, the rest of the world is just gonna evolve without us. They really could care less if we adopt blockchain. Metaplanet buys another 107 Bitcoin, pushing stock Bitcoin ratio to 20%. Now it says Metaplanet has acquired an additional 107 Bitcoin at an average price of about $64,000, totaling to $6.9 million, and the company now holds over 500 Bitcoin, which doesn't sound like a lot because a lot of people, they think of it as dollars, but that's a lot of Bitcoin right there. Robinhood debuts crypto deposits withdrawals for European customers. Now listen to this. It says, the service, one of the most requested features in the region, allows customers to deposit and withdraw more than 20 cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin, Ether, USD Coin, according to a Tuesday press release. With the launch of crypto transfers in Europe, we're making self-custody and entering DeFi simpler and more accessible for our customers, the VP of Robinhood Crypto said. Now, also it says that Robinhood is offering cryptocurrency transfers to European customers amid regulatory pressure in the US. So as the US is giving them a hard time, they just decided, hey, you know what? We're going to make some big moves in Europe. So as my previous statement, I go back to that, the rest of the world is just going to move on without us. And these people are just going to continue to make more and more money and build their wealth. As the US dollar continues to decline, we have countries like Russia and China, which are closening their ties and building more of a relationship when it comes to trade and all these goods. It's not good. Not good for us, at least. Gemini, the crypto exchange, will close customer accounts in Canada by the end of 2024. So for those of you in Canada, it says to get your crypto off the exchanges and put them in another wallet. In fact, it seems that cryptocurrency trading platforms must sign a legally binding pre-registration undertaking to continue operating in the country. Not only that, among the new important investor protection provisions in the standard PRU module of Canada, there is one that prohibits Canadian clients from purchasing or depositing stablecoins without CSA approval. Despite Gemini having initially adhered to the new regulations in Canada, today it seems that the situation is no longer tenable to the point of closing the platform accounts in the country. So Gemini is like, you know what, this isn't even worth it at this point because everything that, people are doing as far as individuals and the exchange itself, the government is on their back every step of the way. And companies don't want that, and people don't want that at all. Russia's central bank to probe crypto link across border transfers and banking channels. So pretty much what that means, to sum it up, is they're just going to investigate cross-border crypto transfers, and they're just going to focus on banking channels to assess the volume of crypto-related operations. make sure that it's able to handle large volume transactions worth large amounts of money, and make sure the network is stable through the process. Crypto billionaire flees London over offshore tax concerns. That's going to happen in places like the US, Canada, and parts of Europe, because who wants to pay that much taxes? I mean, even if you own a company, you work your butt off to make a lot of money, and you do this, you gain a lot of wealth, or you're an investor like this, and you get a lot of money, and you have the government saying, hey, we're going to tax half your money. Well, he's like, no. So he goes to Switzerland, and he had the option to come here to the United States, and he said, no, I'm not going to move to New York. He had the option to go to Dubai, which there's no taxes in Dubai. He probably didn't want to go there because it's just a hot desert. Switzerland is beautiful, and they get different seasons out there. I was like, I'm just going to go there. But due to the high tax regulations in London, he was like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Now, I'm not sure if he still has to pay taxes, and if the rules change, he's going to have to pay back taxes, or how that works. But at the end of the day, even here in America and in Canada, people are going to start to flee the countries. You're going to see a lot of big money leave if there's no laws and regulations and they don't do something to fix this beforehand. And we don't want big money to leave these countries. I mean, maybe the government wants that and they're intentionally trying to screw these countries up and screw the economy up. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just bad business, and it's bad for everyone. So, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one.